Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. Welcome to Shifting Perspectives. This is the mystery topic, and I took a look at the upcoming feed and I decided to do value, conceit, and arrogance for this session. Self-value is a very difficult topic for most people because we live in a society where we are conditioned to hate ourselves and to have no self-value. And that actually grooms us and grooms our mindset in preparation for narcissism to come in. By grooming us to have no self-value, they are actually turning us robotically into the perfect cocktail for a narcissist to step in. And I'll probably be talking about this also today in my narcissist course, my narcissist online. So just a minute, I gotta cover my counter here because I can't watch it. Okay, so when we have self-value, that's not the way I want to go with this. Let me think about how I'm going to do this, because self-value is like, I guess I'll start by explaining what it is exactly. And this is a really, really personal topic for me because that was 100% my own trauma. It was the core of my trauma, was defining my self-value. And there's a lot of confusion as to what self-value actually is. And when a person exercises self-value, there's a lot of other people who come in and judge it and go, that's arrogance, that's conceit. And there's a difference between self-value, knowing your worth, and arrogance and conceit. And we're in a society where every time you show even the slightest bit of self-value, because other people, we all are so sensitive to self-value because we don't see it, we immediately assume if you're not humble and groveling, well, you must be arrogant. That is black and white thinking. When you have a spectrum of groveling and doormat, or you're arrogant. No. That's black and white thinking. That is extreme thinking. You do not have to choose between arrogance and groveling. And that's the problem. That is it right on the nail. This is called black and white thinking. When you have given yourself subconsciously two options and you're trying to choose the lesser of these two evils. So you choose doormat and groveling and maggot over arrogance and conceit because you associate arrogance and conceit with narcissism. And that's not right. That's not correct. The proper formula is actually self-value and boundaries, and having the ability to state, communicate, and enforce your self-value. And yeah, to somebody who's a doormat, they're going to feel that that's arrogant and conceited. And that's the shift. That's the difference. So it's really, and here's the problem is we view self-value as being bad. Compliments of the church. Yeah, we 100% view self-value as being a sin. And that's the problem, is that's in our brains of, oh, I want to be righteous. I want to be good. And that's just it, is really, we have this desire to be good people. But what does that look like? One of my followers made a comment about, it was very well articulated the way she said it. And at the same time, there was so much to it. There was just so much to it. And it was basically, I can't remember the post I had said that I had posted something out there for engagement, and the response back was, you just need to know your ethics and what's right from wrong. And it was done very nonchalantly, like, well, that's easy. Everyone knows right from wrong. But do you? And that's the problem. We don't know what's right and what's wrong. Newsflash, you don't know what's right and wrong. We don't. Our ethics are really fucked up in this country. And everyone's going, well, I'm a good person. Chill the fuck out. Really, this is a hot topic. This is a huge hot topic. A good person. And by the way, the fact that if you are getting hostile, if you are getting aggressive, if you are getting defensive or angry or emotional about this topic, red flag, you have trauma associated with this topic. Most of us do. So I'm going to break down that trauma and we're going to start pulling this apart. Okay? Here's how this works. We all want to be good people, but none of us can really agree or decide on what that means. We have a societal standard of what good people means. And this is the issue. The societal standard is really fucked up. So the societal standard has gone, good means this, boom, everyone obey. And that's the fourth perspective. And we all come over here like sheep and we all do what fourth perspective wants. And if we don't, we all get abused. So we all make sure we conform to what the societal standard says must be good. But the societal standard is wrong, toxic, and it's gaslighting. So we're going to sit down and actually pull apart what good is and what bad is. We are going to talk about good and bad. And we're going to talk about nice and assertive. And I can feel it. I know this is going to be like a massively angry, hot topic for a lot of people. It's hot because you don't agree. Because there is this one day, it was the day that I was at my utmost, one of my really low points of abuse. And I was given the choice. I will rape you, or you can go back where your brother will kill you. And I had to choose rape or death. And I paused to think about this. Yes, I consciously paused to think about this because those were my black and white options. All right, do I want to be raped or do I want to be killed? My brother will beat the fuck out of me and every day he tells me he's going to fucking kill me. Which of these can I survive? I believe that the rape would kill me less. That's right. That's the words I used. The rape will kill me less. So I chose the rape. I chose the rape. I chose. Is that a choice? This was a very, very deep belief I had to dig out in my shadow work. That is not a choice. That's not a choice. Choosing between the Republican and the Democratic Party when you are a sixth perspective person is not a choice. When you have only two options to choose from and your desire is not even represented on a ballot, it's not a choice. It's not a choice until and unless you have a full buffet of all option in front of you. No consequences to choose from any of them. The freedom, the adventure, and the joy to explore all of those options. And full education on what all those options are. That is freedom. That is freedom. Being told that you have to choose between the frying pan or the fire is not a choice. It's slavery. It's prison. So when a societal standard tells you this is good, this is bad, do good or else, that is not a choice. That is slavery because you're not free. Free, slave. Those are your choices. This is black and white. Are you free or aren't you? That's the black and white choice. There is no in between. Full freedom or none at all? Are you free to choose with full knowledge? Are you free to choose without fear? Are you free to choose without consequence? And is your actual want and desire even an option? But that's not how we're raised. That's not how we're taught. That's not how we think. From the time we are infants learning this language, you want to be good. You want to be good. You want to be good. This is what good looks like. This is what good looks like. This is what good. Obedient equals good. Obedient equals slave. There's only two people in the world who talk about obedience. Slave owners, he's such an obedient slave, and the church. And our entire society is based off of a Christian religion. Slave talk. Used to be a slave. I fucking know. So I got out of my slavery. I tasted freedom and I went, oh, holy shit, this is a perspective shift. Oh, holy shit. So this is what freedom is. A smorgasbord of choice. It was overwhelming at first. I tried everything. I tried 60 men. I know what I like. Because I tried 60 men. Now I can go, I know exactly what kind of a man I like. I tried 60 fucking men. And I went, all right, I know what kind of a man I like. I know exactly what I want. And I do. I know exactly what I want. Because I tried a lot. I did that with everything. I tried every fucking food I could find in New York City. And I did. I have yet to have brioche, and it pisses me off. But I tried everything I could find. I tried 20 different pizzerias. This is a New York City thing. This is literally something we do in the city. This is 100% New York City culture. Here's how it works. You find yourself a pizza shop and you eat that pizza, and then you find a different pizza shop and you go, ooh, let's compare. And then you compare pizzas to figure out which one is better. And then you go find another one. And then you start competing against the three of them, going, which one of these is better? And there's a magic recipe to it. The sauce or the crust. The ideal is to find one with both. Usually you find a place where the sauce, they've nailed it. Another place, they've nailed the crust. Then you are at an impasse and you have to choose. Right now, Bad Boy Pizza's in Brooklyn on Bay Parkway. That's the one that's got the lead right now so far. But someone else gave me a different address and I got to go check that one out. And I'm on Court Street over in Binghamton. I'm looking for, whoa, what did I just say that? Court Street over in Brooklyn. That's the one I'm looking for. That was my old fucking subconscious merging up. As soon as I said Court Street, it processed the wrong memory. So yeah, this is a thing we do in New York City. So you have competing. We have ice cream shops. We do this with ice cream shops. We do this with coffee shops, and we do it with pizza. Oh, and we do it with sushi. And this is all you do, is you go around the city and you look for shit to compare. That is choice. That is freedom. That's fucking freedom. When I can say I love pizza, but what kind of pizza? Where pizza? Where do you go for your pizza? This is what I'm fucking talking about. But I want this in everything. And the more you do this, the more you smorgasbord your life, the more you get to figure out who you are and what you like. This is self-definition. Now, boom, you've got value. Because you have knowledge. Because you know shit. Value is knowing shit. That's it. It's knowing who you are. When you don't know who you are, you feel like you're invaluable. Reverse that. You feel like you're valueless. You feel like you're nothing because you haven't defined you. So your definition is zero because you have zero knowledge about yourself. But the more you figure out about yourself, the more your value increases. One of my most difficult challenges, the most difficult challenge I had when I started this was telling people what I do for a living. It took me a long time to carve out my title. What do you do for a living? Now I can tell you, I reformat people. That is what I do. I reformat people. I am a philosopher. I am a podcaster. I am a YouTuber. I have an internet personality. Actually, this is my personality, but I'm this way no matter where I go. You have lunch with me, and this is what you're going to get. This is exactly what you're going to get. I have been told that I'm too intense. Those are not my people. That being said, the more you define yourself, the more you know who you are, the more you have self-value. Now, in comparison to somebody who has zero identity, zero self-definition, that's going to feel like a lot. That's going to feel like a shit ton. It's going to be overload for that person. And that's when they say, oh my God, you're being aggressive. Oh my God, you're so conceited. Oh my God, you're so arrogant. Oh my God, you are so defined. Those are the real words you need. You are defined. What you are is undefined. If you are unable to pinpoint your value, you are undefined. I have said this a million times over. You have 3 life titans. And your life titans are, well, let's just take from Freud now. Id, ego, superego. Let me translate that for you. Identity is id, superego is subconscious mind, and ego is you, conscious awareness. Now, those are your 3 life titans. Your conscious awareness, who you are, what's going on with the situation, your ego. Who you are, I am. This is your name. This is your defined you. Identity, id, what you want, what you dream, what you desire, where you want to go, who you want to be. That's identity. That's your id. Subconscious mind. Oh, that's just the fear police. That's the one sitting there going, oh no, is everybody safe? I know you want to get there, but is everybody safe? Does everyone have their seatbelts on? That's the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind has an agenda. Keep everyone safe. The identity has an agenda. Define the self. The ego has an agenda. Pursue the happiness. We all know that one. That's the one we all go around screaming through life. I want to pursue I just want to be happy. Yeah, but what is happy? I'll tell you what happy is. Happiness is when you have a defined sense of self and you live aligned according to that defined sense of self, and you celebrate it to reinforce the defined sense of self, true to your aligned frequency, so that you and the energy get along, so your intuition actually works. That is happiness. It's a hoot. But that doesn't work unless your subconscious mind sits the fuck down and shuts the fuck up. That's probably going to be the title of the book. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Because that's really what the subconscious mind needs to do. But the subconscious mind has been activated to keep everyone safe, so you can't pursue your happiness. So the subconscious mind sabotages your constant actions. So you can't start your own business, so you can't heal, so that you can't get out of your situation, because your subconscious mind is suppressing you to keep you safe. And your identity just wants to wander around and try the smorgasbord of buffet and figure out what it likes so it can define itself, so that the self-value increases. But identity can't do that because it's dangerous. And you need to keep everybody safe. So safe is great. Now you're all living in your comfort zone. Isn't that fun? So you sit in your comfort zone your entire life and you go nowhere and you do nothing and you're miserable and you're not defined because your subconscious mind has told everyone they can't play outside because it's dangerous. Conceit and arrogance are bully words given to you as labels by a narcissist who has a serious problem with self-love. Do you know the story about Narcissus in Greek mythology? Narcissus was a man who pissed off the gods. So the gods cursed him. They cursed him to fall in love with his own reflection. He loved himself so much that he stared at his face all day until he died as punishment. Now, if you know anything about a narcissist, Rule number one, they have total and complete lack of self-love. That's a narcissist. They have no self-love. Zero. Of all the people in the world, they lack the most identity. Their only identity and safety is defined by using the identity and self-love of other people. It's the, I hate me so much. I have no identity. Love me so that I can be loved. It's really a sad, horrible condition. Narcissist personality disorder should be called self-love defense. That's all it is. It's self-love defense. They are trying to establish a sense of love and identity for themselves. And they are so inept at it because they have so little love that they don't even have self-love for themselves. A lot of people like to say things like, you have to love yourself before you can love other people, which is fourth perspective talk for this. You cannot celebrate yourself until you know who you are. The narcissist lacks so much of themselves that they project that loss onto other people, using other people in an attempt to fulfill their own identity. It reminds me of a Doctor Who episode, The Doctor's Wife. When he lands on the planet and the people on this planet are made up of other people, sewn together like the island of Dr. Moreau. And that's a narcissist. They lack so much of themselves that they have to sew their own identity together with the souls of other people. I will say so many times over that no one suffers more than a narcissist. You might think you don't love yourself. Oh, but you do. But you do. The fact that you are here listening to this video, you love yourself. There are two kinds of people in the world. People who seriously try and work and help themselves, and people who don't. The people who try and work and improve themselves are the people who love themselves. The people who love themselves so much that they're trying to put themselves back together. The narcissist doesn't even try, which is why the narcissist does not go to therapy, because the narcissist has zero self-love for themselves. It truly is a horrifically sad existence. Empaths really, truly do have a beautiful love with themselves. It's beautiful. They value themselves to the point where they say, I have to get out. Beautiful words. I need to change. That is self-preservation. A narcissist lacks total self-preservation. So they use the identities of other people to fill them and to piece themselves back together like a bunch of refugees on a planet with extra limbs. They're parasitic because they lack so much. Value is your defined self. Love equals value. I tell my partner every day, I love you. I value you. He is important to me. That is love. So what is your self-value? Self-love. A lot of people out there do not know what love looks like. A lot of people out there do not have any idea what love actually is. The best phrase I ever heard for love is this one. You are suffering. You're going through a hard time. What can I do for you to make this easier on you? Now that is love. That's love. I was saying it this morning in one of my podcasts. I said, you're going through a hard time. You have to go through shadow work and rip yourself apart. If you truly loved the person you're with, you would protect them from your own shrapnel. And you would say to them, I have to go do some mental work and it's going to cause a lot of trauma, possibly for you. I'm going to need some space. I'm going to need about 2 years to do my own shadow work. I love you. I need you to go away so I can protect you. I have a practice where if I'm having a bad mental day and I need to do some mental work, I will tell my partner, I need you to block me for 24 hours. That way, if for whatever reason I get triggered or something happens, I don't turn on you and project and transfer. Does that mean I can't talk to him? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. What it means is he is safe, even from me, because that's my priority, keeping him safe, keeping me safe. And that's going to require people to be separate and apart. And that's something you don't realize. That is something a lot of people do not understand is we have to have space to cry. We have to have space to break down. We have to have space to rip our minds apart and put them back together. And it's messy. There will be shrapnel. Love is prioritizing, valuing the importance of the people you love over what you get from them. That's love. When you prioritize the person more than what you get from them, and that includes emotional support. That's really the only difference between a narcissist, between love and fear, between true love and being in fear with somebody. The person in love will say, I prioritize you, your importance, and your safety more than whatever it is I get from you. But most of us prioritize what we get from somebody more than that person's safety, more than that person's livelihood. Most of us love people with a little clause that says, I value and prioritize what I can get from you more than your own mental and physical health. That's parasitic. That's narcissism. That's loving in fear. How do you love? Yeah, this is a hard fucking topic. Conceit and arrogance are ugly labels that other people put on us to control us and make sure our self-value and self-love stays in check, which is perspective talk for making sure that we don't love ourselves so much that they can't use us. So when you are being called conceited or arrogant, it's because in most cases, they are sensitive to any self-love because they have none, and or they are trying to use you. I will be revisiting the societal standard, good, bad, a lot more later. I'm going to go ahead and end this here now. Thank you so much for joining me for Shifting Perspectives. Take a look. If you want more shit like this, subscribe to my new YouTube channel. If you want even more shit like this, subscribe to my newsletter. And That's the second YouTube channel introduction closure where I have screwed up the word shit to ship, which that's a red flag. I got to do some psych work. Just give me a minute. That is my subconscious mind interfering with my newsletter, and it's always on my newsletter. I hate doing newsletters. I fucking hate doing newsletters. I do newsletters because everyone tells me I have to, but I hate doing fucking newsletters. I don't think anyone really wants an email. I get enough emails. I hate fucking emails. On a rare occasion, I get a good one, but I hate them. But I collect emails so that when I have some really awesome shit, I can announce it. I wouldn't call that a newsletter. I hate fucking newsletters. I have tried the whole daily nagging people. I don't like doing that. I hate fucking doing that. I've tried the monthly schedule and I don't do that. You know why I don't do it is because I don't enjoy it. My identity, let's talk, girls. Let's talk. All right, let's do this. All right, I got identity here. I've got subconscious mind here. Identity does not like newsletters. No, I don't. I fucking hate newsletters. I fucking hate newsletters. I really fucking hate newsletters. Okay, all right, so maybe we should not do newsletters. That's right. Good. We're done with newsletters. So what are we going to do? Because we need to accumulate people's addresses. So when some shit goes down that's really awesome, we can communicate. Call it something else. Call it something. Change the name. Change the name. Change the name. I need all of you in one place that guarantees I can communicate with you. One thing that says I can blast it out because, and here's the problem. On YouTube, I am at the mercy of an algorithm. And there are so many subscriptions happening that there is a good chance you're not going to see it. Same thing with Facebook. Facebook it's an algorithm. So whenever I post something, maybe 30% of my people actually see it. So that's not a reliable method of communication. So I need a communication. So when I speak, I have an audience. So I need an auditorium, one place where all of my people are sitting around so that when I bring out my megaphone and I say, oh, I have an announcement to make, people actually hear it. And I don't like newsletters. So let's brainstorm this. This is how I do business, by the way. This is awesome. That's right. I'm just like throwing it down here and I'm just doing this with you. That's right. Called leading by example. So if I don't like newsletters and I need my megaphone, I like the megaphone example. I like, what's that auditorium? It's not an auditorium. It's the thing in Greek mythology, not Greek mythology, but in Greece. What is it called? No, it's not. That's Latin, I think. Asylum is Latin. It's the space where you're in the middle of a stage. It's like the Globe Theater. It's a stage. It's theater. And it's like this stage in Greece. Oh God, I just have this Greek thing in me. Greek theater, oh, not auditorium. Amphitheater. That's the word I'm thinking. Amphitheater. That's what I need. I need an amphitheater. Yes. Join my amphitheater. Oh, that feels so much better. Are we all great? We're good now. We're good now. Identity likes that. Identity is jumping all over the place. She's going, yeah, yes, I got a megaphone in an amphitheater. I love this. All right, you good? You're good. And it's funny because my newsletter is actually called The Philosopher's Fountain. And that's where I stand with my megaphone and my amphitheater. All right, so here's the deal. If you want to subscribe to my amphitheater so that you get that occasional, this is happening, I need to communicate with all of you, join my amphitheater. She likes that, and subconscious mind is great. But subconscious mind wants to keep identity safe. Let me translate that for you. Subconscious mind actually wants to make your identity happy. Once it understands that identity is safe, his goal becomes make her happy. So all subconscious mind is Rick. My identity is Beth. You see how this works? Yeah, it's awesome. My fear system is Jerry. Beth soothes Jerry. It's got a whole thing happening here. That's right. All right. And then Mr. Nimbus pops in every now and then. Mr. Nimbus, it's a thing. So I got Rick there, okay? And he needs to make sure that Beth stays happy. And Beth wants a megaphone and an amphitheater. So if you want to join my amphitheater, sign up down below. I can't call this a newsletter anymore. Yeah, I can't call it a newsletter. I have an amphitheater with a megaphone. That's right. High five. That's right. I high-five my identity. So for more shit like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Everyone's on board with that. For more shit like this, subscribe to my megaphone with my amphitheater. Oh, yeah. And if you want all of this really awesome shit in an organized, orderly fashion designed with purpose, take a look at my masterclasses. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.